Yeah.
I listen to pretty much. I listen to a bunch of things on the way down. I was listening to like Tribe Called Quest, Rex in Effect. Matter of fact, I found like some cassette tapes in my car.
Cassette tapes,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I'm still a purist. I still got a deck in my car, so
Really?
every once in a while I'll pop them. I'll pop the tapes in the deck and listen.
So since we're on the subject, who are some of the artists that have influenced you?
Oh man, so many. Let's see, Michael Jackson being the biggest. The Beatles, the Doors. So many different like, stylistics. Marvin Gaye, Delphonics. Like Run DMC, LL Cool J, EPMD. Man, I could go on. There's so many.
So you have an eclectic mix of influences. I like that.
Yeah, it's. I feel like if you want to add to your own genre, you got to go outside it and not only listen but study and absorb,
That's right.
and then you apply whatever it is you do, to what you're doing.
And
You know what I mean?
Frit and Frat Fuller, who's going to be on later, they're doing a James Brown show, so you always go back to the masters and are influenced by the masters.
Yeah, like in other words, what made Michael Jackson so great was that, I mean, all I saw when I was a kid is the moonwalk.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I saw. The moonwalk, the flashy jacket, and like that's what I saw. But I mean, he'd do something basic like, take his jacket, flick it, and it would come down on beat like that.
Yeah.
So it was what I realized was like it was the wee little details that created the big spectacle and his attention to it. You know what I mean? So it's like I fine tooth comb everything, and to get it to that level. So when I saw him moonwalk when I was 9, I was like, it's over from there. My mom used to yell at me because I do it in my socks around the house until I got it.
They said that one of the members of Shalimar did that before him, and Bill Bojangles Robinson did it even earlier, decades before.
Yeah.
So even great dancers are influenced by earlier dancers. Michael Jackson studied James Brown, Jackie Wilson, Gene Kelly, Fred Astaire.
Yep.
So you
All
always,
great ones.
yeah,
All
you
great
learn
ones.
from the best.
Right, and so I it was Michael Jackson, and then there was like I got into b-boying / breakdancing. I did that, and that started like around '84. We used to walk around with the big boxes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cardboard, and what's funny is I told my dad a long time ago. It was so funny, like, because I ended up getting into it and being. I used to tell my dad, like I wanted to move to the ghetto and spin on my, live in a refrigerator box and spin on my head or something.
Right.
I don't remember what I said.
Dad
but
must
it was
have been
something-
pleased.
It was
Yeah.
like, it was off the wall, you know what I mean? It was
So tell us
something
about,
off the
since you
wall.
mentioned it, tell us about how your family reacted when you, as a white kid from the Boston area, said, I want to be a rapper, I want to be... How'd they react to that?
It was met with some indifference.
Indifference, well, that's
Yeah,
better than hostility.
Yeah,
Okay.
Why do you want to do that? You're white. You can't do it. Do you see many white artists trying to do what you're doing, what you want to do? But the thing was like, what really made me want to do it, what made me want to do it, and all you people at home, listen here, all right, was New Kids on the Block.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it was 1989, and I was really into basketball and everything. Like, I wasn't even trying to mess with no music. I was really into basketball. And I remember my brother, me, and a couple of neighborhood friends saw an interview with them on Evening Magazine. So this was like when they were like getting big. And they were talking about like how girls were stealing lawn from their grass and looking in their window while they're doing laundry in their houses. And at the time we were like, that's cool. So we basically were like, okay, because I didn't have much luck with the women. Real talk. I had no luck with the women. So, like, the whole concept, I was like, sing, get girls, absolutely.
That works.
It's like when John Lennon said he saw Elvis Presley on a movie screen. He's like, that looks like a pretty cool job. And I couldn't have phrased it any better. That looks like a pretty cool job. And those guys,
Who gets more women, rappers or musicians? Singers.
I think everybody does in this business. You know what I
Okay.
mean? But it all turns you like into a monster. Do you know what I mean? Like it just you swell your head up. It's like a lot of musicians, actors, rappers, whoever. Like they forget the fact that they're a human frickin' being. You know what I mean? Like it's like it's all about their ego, or it's about what I see. What I see these days is about self-proclamation. I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, and it's like, why don't you let the people decide who and what you are?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like everybody will ask me, "What's your music like?" I don't know. Here, press play.
Right.
I could tell you anything. You know, I could tell you Santa Claus. You know, I'm Santa Claus. You know what I mean? And obviously.